I'm from Jordan Bay in Shelburne County, and been a commercial lobster fisherman for 38 years in some capacity or another. And in order to get a true appreciation of where we are today, I think a bit of background information on our harbor is a necessity. We were probably one of the only harbors that had an aquaculture lease granted in 1989 and was, as printed, voluntarily revoked at that time for the fact that the harbor had poor flushing, shallow water conditions, and poor temperatures. So I'm wondering why at that time, if a fish farm or a fish lease that was intended to harvest 100,000 pounds of fish annually, the conditions were not sufficient for that. But today, now, we are faced with two 40-hectare pens that are to produce 750,000 fish in the first production cycle and 1 million fish in the second production cycle, and conditions have suddenly changed to be conducive to growth for those fish. I don't think so. But anyway, I'll give Sterling Bellevaux credit for one thing, and I'll make a statement that he always lives by, and he stated at an LFA 33 advisory board meeting last June. Decisions to approve aquaculture leases are based on sound science. Well, Mr. Bellevaux knows and has been made aware of the fact that the only science that exists around Jordan Bay is 1,500 pages of documented science relating to lobster reproduction. It has been indicated that that is a lobster nursery, and he knows of that science, but he is not willing to factor that into the equation that approves those leases or even release it. My brother and I applied for those statistics, and actually I participated in those studies in 1992. And now, as a participant in those studies, I'm going to be charged $2,140 to access that information. So under the new aquaculture strategy, where they try to say that they're going to work with communities and be more accessible to community members, I don't see where that price tag fits into that picture. So I guess that's about the only way I can describe it, is that they have modified from the depth of those pens. The two of the three are standard 10-meter depth pen. The upper pen has been manipulated to suit the depth of the water. There's minimal water depth under that pen, 3.7 meters at low tide, so it's basically, it'll bottom out in a storm. And as a fisherman, I'm totally dismayed with the fact that our provincial government ramrods these things down our throat without any consultation. And, well, as the gentleman before me spoke, the next election will tell the tale.